I'm going to tell you the secret to never getting tired, the secret to having unlimited energy. And I'm going to make it sound really sciencey so that we all get to feel smart.
Have you ever felt like there's too much to do and not enough time to do it?
You might laugh at me when I tell you how to fix this, but if you stay with me for 5 minutes, I'll explain a few things that'll have you convinced that this is the key that unlocks all of your potential. This is probably the only time I'm going to say this, but absolutely none of you have an excuse for not doing this. It's the one thing that's so obvious and so simple that almost everybody's forgotten about it. You could try doing nothing. And don't you dare click away, because I'm going to explain and you're going to have the most important realization of your life. Maybe. I just have to warn you that this video does contain things that I call jokes, where I think I'm hilarious, but most people almost definitely won't agree. When did humanity collectively forget how to lie down? I mean, they've even turned meditation into this uncomfortable, strong discipline practice where you hate yourself. Just lie down, let your body relax, let your mind be at ease.
Why are you meditating like you hate yourself?
I said I would make this sciencey, didn't I? Well, I'm not really an expert in the field, but I do have access to a revolutionary piece of technology called Google. And Google tells us that there are 5 different kinds of brainwaves, delta through to gamma. Delta's like your deep sleep, gamma's like your maxed out. Alpha is right in between, and alpha is the state that you're in when you're just waking up from your sleep. So if you go have a rest, you're probably going to pass through alpha into theta, into delta. So my thing is, why don't you just lay down long enough to enter that alpha state where you're in the flow, you're feeling really creative, you're feeling refreshed, you're feeling recharged, and don't allow yourself to fall into that delta deep sleep state. Think of it like changing gears in a car, all right? When you're really stressed, you're basically stuck in beta, just redlining, like Lying down for 30 minutes is going to be effective whether you fall asleep or not, just because you're giving yourself that opportunity to rest. You don't need to be a leading neuroscientist to understand this stuff. Just try it out. You're going to feel the difference. Alpha brainwaves feel more creative to me. It feels easier. I feel more relaxed. I get up after a 30-minute lie down and I can do things again. It's that simple. We don't need all this crazy stuff to tell us how to live our lives. Just be a normal person and feel your feelings. And we'll start with the most basic ones in this video. I'm tired, so I need to rest. Can we get that one down? So like so much of my content, self-awareness is absolutely essential, because if you go past that alpha state and you end up dreaming or going into a deep delta sleep, you're going to ruin your whole rhythm for the evening and you're not going to sleep well that night, and all of these consequences. All you want to do is lay down for 30 minutes, I'm telling you, even less, just enough to fall into that flow state and then get up and do something. Do not, I repeat, do not pick up your phone when you're just waking up and you're in that alpha state, because the alpha state also makes you hyper suggestible. Guess what television does to you? It puts you in an alpha state so that you're easy to program. So be aware of that, because if you're in that vulnerable state and you start scrolling on your phone, you're going to take on a whole bunch of bullshit that doesn't really matter and think that it's important, and it's going to claim your day. 99% of modern stresses can be resolved by switching your device off. I hope you turn this video off right now and never come back. Please come back. If you're the kind of person that feels like you can never have a rest until everything's done, it puts you in this urgency feedback loop where everything feels 100 times more urgent because it's keeping you from resting, so you need to get it all done so that you can finally rest, but it's just all noise in your head. While we're at it, we all know caffeine is garbage. It's like that garbage friend that always promises to help out with everything, but whenever some real work needs to be done, they just disappear. Acknowledge coffee for what it is. It's a friend that you can shoot the shit with in the morning, have a little bit of a laugh, but in the long run, absolutely useless for performance, not going to help you get anything done at all. I'm not done. Coffee just makes me anxious, irritable, stressed. It's like, yeah, more stress will help. I'll be able to do so many more things if I'm more elevated and I can't concentrate. I find when I'm genuinely relaxed, I can do the same tasks in half the time. Or an even better thing sometimes happens when you actually stop and think and relax and feel. You realize that 99% of your to-do list is a whole bunch of things that are just noise that you can just let go. It's not even important. Just stop doing all of this busyness. Look, I have a 7-month-old baby right now, so I know that you can't just lie down whenever you want to, but there are definitely opportunities that you might be missing. I'm looking for them now because I know 30 minutes horizontal is going to reset my brain and I'm going to be able to do so many more things. Like, have a 30-minute rest, make yourself 10 times more efficient. The maths make sense to me. So, you all have homework this week. I want you to do nothing. I know that's going to be next to impossible for so many of you because you're so uncomfortable sitting quietly with yourself, because as soon as you do that, all of your issues are going to start to surface, demanding attention. But that's actually what we need to be doing. The more that we avoid it, the harder life gets. The more that we embrace it and acknowledge what we've got to do, the easier life gets. That's really the underlying message of every single video. Even the videos where it doesn't really seem like that's the underlying message because I'm wandering around in the desert with no water because I'm an idiot, I was still learning this lesson. I was demonstrating it for you. I didn't realize that's what I was doing at the time because I was really, truly on my own kind of crazy quest internally, just trying to make sense of what I had been through. But here we are. You're watching. This is super fun. You can watch the demonstrative videos or you can watch the videos where I'm telling you all about how to do this. Enjoy them. Share them with other people you know who may benefit. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the like button, and yeah, we're gonna set up some stuff really soon where you can actually be a part of the content. If you want to do that, make sure you follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, get on top of that before it all starts so that I know who's keen.